What's up, y'all? So I have already started this next build and I wanted to give you a quick look at it so far, but also tell you what scene I'm making. So this is featuring a scene in season 2 episode 2 of the Mandalorian, and it's the scene where they just crash landed on this snowy planet and they're Mando is intending on spending the night and figuring things out in the morning, but the little frog lady whom he's shuttling her eggs for has other plans. So here's a quick image of it. It's just a screenshot on my laptop. But right now, so far, I have kind of this angled part in the back, as well as the door for the bathroom, entirely using a snot technique. And yeah, we're gonna hop right into the building. I wanted to give a quick little update here. So as you can see, I made a decent amount of progress. Doesn't look like much, but this took me a good few hours to accomplish. Mostly just trying to get this wall to fit in here. That's kind of the door, I guess, to where the Mandalorian sleeping area is. Again, this is gonna be the little bathroom, and I've got these little beams on the sides here, kind of the support beams, and we got the little ladder here in the back. You can see that. And I think it's looking pretty good. Before, I don't think I showcased it, but this little angle here was created through some complicated bars and clip technique in the back to kind of avoid that knob, and it ended up being that knob was just going to be the most convenient and preferable for this scenario. But I think it's looking pretty good so far. I need to work up on building up these angled walls here. I'm going to be using these little hinge pieces, bracket pieces, I don't know. I think they'll help get a good angle. I've used them in the past in a previous mock, and I think I could make something that'll work pretty well. But yeah, we'll keep on going and I'll check back in here in a second. Alright, so I wanted to give a quick update. I've made some progress on the interior, mainly on these walls here. But the biggest thing I've made progress on is I made all of the crates. So we'll go through them one by one, starting from the back, moving forward. Now, this is all relatively scene accurate for the show, if you go take a look at that. But I'll just start giving you the showdown. So this little crate right here is pretty basic. It's just a couple of snot bricks and then just decorated on a 2x3 plate. So this one goes right here in the back. Now this one I did kind of improvise. I feel like there should be a crate or something back there, but you can't really see it in the scene, and you might be able to see it in other scenes. So I stuck that back there, and I think it looks pretty dang good. So the next one up, this one is this one. It's a bigger black crate, kind of taller, about, I don't know, shoulder height. But this one took me a while to make, just trying to get the right textures I wanted on the side, as well as the middle here. So I ended up using some stud reversal techniques here. Got just this little plate assembly right here, as well as this bracket here, which I clip in these two pieces, one of these new snot bricks. And that's how I hold this wall on here. And then it's got a bracket on the bottom just so that I can connect it down on the base when I get the flooring in. And that one goes right about there. Next up, we got the one right next to it right here. And this one I'm pretty happy with, pretty proud with. So it's got a couple tiles on top, but it's a couple of these angled pieces and some ingots on the side with this little palisade brick to kind of give it that rounded texture here in the middle. And you slap these on top and you get a nice little crate right there. And I think this one turned out pretty dang well. That one sets up right here. It'll click in very close to that black one. Next up, we've got this one right here. It's kind of simple, kind of basic. You've got this light gray piece right there representing a little latch. And then it's got a little lid on top. And that one goes right about here on the other side of this beam support pillar. Next, we've got a couple small ones. There's this one. It's just 3 pieces, 2 plates, and a jumper plate. That one's going to sit up on top here at an angle. I might remove this plate and put some studs just to get it connected in. But next we've got a brighter colored, again, 3-piece assembly here. That one also sits on top like so. That one actually might have to just sit there based on how I built it with the snot technique, but I think it looks good nonetheless. Now the next one is a bigger one, kind of supposed to be one of those classic Star Wars crates. It's got this snot work on the side to get kind of this shape right here on both sides, and then these brackets on top, and it's got a 3x2 base. And that one will pair with this one, which is kind of the egg container for the little frog lady that the Mandalorian is escorting to her home. And that one will sit kind of on top like so. I'm kind of split between this and this configuration. This, it kind of pokes off the top, but this I feel like is too close to the middle. But let me know which one you like better down in the comments. But we've got this, and this one goes right about here. Actually, we're gonna move it back just a little bit to go right there. And then the frog lady is gonna be sitting right about there with the Mandalorian right there. And then we've got a couple other crates right here. So we've got this one. It's made of stacked these rail pieces, I guess, modified plates, with a silver one in the middle and an ingot piece on top, just to get the right coloring. And that one sits kind of in the middle. It'll probably be about right there when we get it all clicked in there. And then lastly, we've got his little space heater thing, which is kind of basic. It's not my favorite of all the crates or builds, but I think it looks pretty good. Just a little bracket piece right here, some trans orange, this quarter tile just to give it more texture, and some dark red stripe going through. And that one will sit at an angle like so. So yeah, that's it for this short update. We got all the crates built, I believe. Next up, I need to make a couple more of these pillars, which I'm gonna have to rob some pieces from my TIE Avenger. If you haven't seen that MOC, go check it out. I'll link it to this video. But we'll get that done, and then we'll get this wall right here with the droid tangled in a mess. But yeah, I'll catch back. Alright, so after many hours of work, I have finally completed my MOC. This MOC, again, is depicting a scene where the Mandalorian crashes with this frog lady on this snowy planet in The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 2. And she's kind of given her big, we gotta get out of here right now kind of speech. And I think it came out so well. I spent a lot of time starting from the back, just getting that snot detailed right there with the gray spot and the yellow lights and the red key, I guess, I don't know, door panel, control panel, and all these angles, just getting the stairs and the right texturing and the pipes, as well as getting this droid hung up here with all the tangled mess of wires and whatnot, and all these crates. I spent a lot of time and effort just trying to make it as perfect to the scene as I could, and let's just say I am more than happy with how it turned out. I had a lot of fun doing that. As you can see, we've got the Mandalorian he was just woken up by this frog lady as he was trying to sleep through the night, but she is in urgent need of getting out of here. And I got little Grogu sitting on the side right there. And another thing I'm very proud of are all these crates and the little egg capsule carrier right here. I spent a lot of time just trying to look at the reference images and get those to be as accurate in their placement as well as their looks as possible. There was some creative liberties I used, especially in this back corner, as you couldn't see it very much in the show or other shots throughout the series that I looked at, but I am more than happy with how it turned out. But let me know what y'all think down in the comments below. What would you do different? What was your favorite part? And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to hit my next goal of 100 subscribers, and your support would be very much appreciated. But until next time, stay safe out there, and I'll catch you later.